Namaste, and welcome to this exciting episode of Sattology Debunking Mythology. In the last episode, you heard from me about Fritz of Capra, the author of Tao of Physics. Now, today, I'm going to talk about Arthur Schopenhauer. He's a German philosopher. He says, the influence of Indian literature on our time will not be lesser than what was in the 16th century Greece influence on Renaissance. One day, India's wisdom will flow again on Europe and will totally transform our knowledge and thought. This is Arthur Schopenhauer, German philosopher. Now, when I look at this, I again coming back to Transcending the Mind program, because to be proud is not a good quality, but to be grateful is more intelligent than being proud. So I'm grateful to be born in India. It's a chance which someone receives after millions of years of good karma, and then you get a chance to take birth in India as per Puranas, as per the ancient scriptures, Veda of India. Now, so gratefulness is a better quality than being proud. Now, with that being said, gratitude is one word which has been severely misused in this world. Now, just saying thank you is also very important. We must say thank you for what we receive, and it's part of the basic etiquettes. But saying thank you, meaningfully saying it, and with an act of returning the favor at some point in time is better than just saying thank you. Now, being thankful for what you receive and remembering it for the rest of the life becomes the qualification, attains the definition of being grateful. Because thankful was just one enough, and in fact, if you look at the usage of thank you, it's very casual. So at the lowest level, saying thanks is great. At the highest level, remembering that act of kindness by someone, the other guy may not remember it. For you, when you start adding each one of them and remembering each of the thanks that you said to someone or someone did for you, becomes a continuous act of introspection. It's a meditation in itself, that you are fully aware that if someone is doing good to you, or someone you are in a situation where you are being helped for small things, like just picking up something which dropped on the floor to giving it back, that continuous attitude makes you a leadership personality, a leader actually, the personality of a leader. Because and this is what great people do. Like when you meet someone, someone prominent, and they're very successful in the right way, they remember everything what was you had done for them in the past, and they're willing to reciprocate with you whenever there is a chance, and that makes them a great personality. Now, why I say this is a very important feature of a leader is that most of the leadership revolves around managing human experiences. I have been in that position, many of you have been in that position. We only manage human beings. For AI bots, you can set up rules, ethical rules, and you set up boundaries, and they operate because that's the boundaries you set up. But you cannot expect gratitude from them. They will give you what they have been programmed for. But we human beings have a different ball game. Understand, AI has a time frame that it exists for a few years and goes away, upgrades. You and I live on this planet or come back to this planet again and again and again and again. That eternal aspect of ours cannot be chosen or taken away by the AI. AI has a finite lifetime and you and I have infinite lifetime. Now, when I say infinite, and I'm quoting Arthur Schopenhauer, he says that the Vedic philosophy, the Vedic history, is going to redefine the future of Europe, and this wisdom will flow in Europe again in totally transformed knowledge and thought. So the Renaissance was influenced by the Greeks. Romans perfected that Renaissance, created religion, and the religion actually destroyed the Renaissance because nobody likes Renaissance. People will talk about it. Nobody likes open-minded conversations. Nobody likes soul-based conversations. You will find very few people. When I ask people what's a meaningful conversation, and generally it is a business transaction was a meaningful conversation. Obviously, the money flowing, sales was a meaningful conversation, service was a meaningful conversation, but soul-based conversation was too deep. People are uncomfortable. Why? What happened? Greeks were talking about soul-based conversations, even though not perfect, but they were talking about. When they were invaded by Chandragupta Maurya, who defeated them, married a Hellenic princess, they all were transformed a little bit. The Eastern thought process came to Europe, and then you see the Greek history became a source of inspiration for the Romans, who created religion, and they created religion in such a way that they can control people without giving them money. And how could they control money without giving them money? By making them part of a slave or a part of a faith, and having that community mindset for part of the faith. And that's how the Renaissance or was the Greek Renaissance was minimized, because now you had the faith controlling people without money because they had to serve. But what was the original thought? Original thought was that by doing a karma or karma that doesn't bind you, you become free. We are constantly bound by time. In fact, the pressure of time is the biggest pressure on anyone else. So if there was no pressure of time, there would be no project management, program management. And pressure of time is what creates stress. Pressure of time creates a feeling of dejection. It's all about the pressure of time. If I remove the time, and if you see the world without time, how does it look? When I remove the word time or time, and you have nothing to worry about, there is no anxiety, there is no pressure. And that was the thought which Romans removed. The eternality removed, brought in one life syndrome, and till date the Roman emperors are continuing that. And we thought that Roman emperors are not there today. Of course they are there. They are in a different name. They are still the Roman emperors, and they are the ones who are sitting in Europe who destroyed the original nature of Europe. And so why I'm saying this, because we have to understand the history in a real way, not to just feel artificially proud and yes, I'm this, I'm this. That's a political sloganeering. No, you are great. You have to analyze yourself. How can you be great? Everybody can be great in their own way. A simple housewife can be great. A simple person who is just barely making it financially can be great. Anyone can be great in their own sphere of influence, and everyone is a leader in their own sphere of influence. Just like somebody is just putting a nail in the wood, for something, they're making something, a carpenter. If they put the nail properly and make a nice desk, they are a leader in that sphere, in that space. So leadership has been misdefined a lot in today's world. So the same thing happened with the history in Europe. So therefore this Arthur Schopenhauer saying that one day again the original wisdom of India is going to flow into Europe again. What's the original wisdom? Soul is eternal. Soul is eternal. Atma is eternal. Brahm, Atma, Tattvamasi. Atma is of the same nature as Brahman. Brahma. Atma is of the same nature as Brahma. That was the original philosophy. It makes you independent, makes you free. Not like somebody is telling you are free. Whosoever is telling you are free, that means you are not free. Because if you are free, nobody has to tell you are free. You don't even have to know that you are free if somebody is telling you, believe you are free. No. When somebody is telling you are free, they are the ones who are collecting taxes. Not you. You are paying taxes for freedom. Cost of freedom. But if you are actually free, you don't pay anything. You should not be paying anything. So freedom has been sold and defined in such vague terms that an ordinary intelligent human being would laugh at the mere thought of that word. And this was the original philosophy from India, that you are Atma and your job is to come out of this karma cycle and interact with Brahma. And that was freedom. Freedom from eternal bondage of karma. Freedom from repeated birth, that's janma mrityu jara vyadhi, dukh doshani darshanam, birth, old age, disease and death. Freedom from the three guna, which are keeping you completely entangled in the cycle of time. Freedom from time itself. So when we talk about those meaningful topics, now we are going to see a different idea of leadership. Not the same old leadership ideas, or look in the mirror, speak confidently, make these 5 points, make these things, or you need to manage this person in this way. That's managerialship. So when managerialship is sold as leadership, who is being fooled? You and many others. The biggest management we need to do is our own life, so that we get out of this cycle of birth age, the purpose, fulfill the purpose, repeated cycle. And the people who say leadership is becoming a very cheap word nowadays. Like we say, we drop the words leadership and very cheap word. What I say, rise above managerialship to become a leader. Leader means person who leads. Now, the multiple levels to lead. When your goal is, like for example, if you're a businessman, if your goal is $1 billion, I don't know how worth it will be in few years, but for example, $1 billion, you'll achieve at least $100,000 minimum, 100,000. But if your leadership goal is, we need to make is small, we need to just make $100,000. What's the chance of you earning $1,000? Okay, well less, maybe 30%, $3,000, $30,000, very less. But if your leadership goal is, I have to get out of this cycle completely, I want to be not governed by anything, I'm a soul, I'm eternal, I want to be that again. Now that's a big goal. What is going to come in the middle? Is going to come many homes, many riches, you're going to help many people, you'll be loved by everybody, you'll have no enemies, you'll be free because everyone loves you, nobody hates you, you talk about the soul, you focus on that, you spread goodwill, you do good karma, even law enforcement loves you, government loves you, everybody loves you. You see, I just changed the paradigm. So rise above managerialship, go towards leadership, and for that there is a path. And that path has been practiced for millions of years. It has been forgotten in last 40-50 years during the fiat currency era, but now it's coming back, and that's what is spoken by Arthur Schopenhauer, who is a German philosopher. Thank you for watching this. If you like this, do join us as a member, support us, and also join our programs. The description to join our programs will be in the link. And comment, do let me know your feedback, and let me know how I can help. Namaste.